Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today we're watching Breaking Bad Season 5 Episode 9. So we left off Episode 8 and I've made some notes just to go over what happened. Let's talk about it. Seems like he's reflecting on his error, bringing it back in, probably justifying it in his own head in some way or another. But when they go back out and you actually see Mike in the boot, and he says to the guy he doesn't want to talk about it, it reflects that he's in somewhere deep down, deep down, he might be ashamed of it somewhere along the line. Well, he ain't going to tell Jesse about it, so he knows he's ashamed of it. But Jesse probably thinks he sailed off into the sunset, so no one's going to miss him. Jesse comes in and they hide the boot, they hide the body by closing the boot and concealing it. And it really reminded me of when Skylar went round to Jesse's in Series 1 and that he had, was it Crazy Weight's body or whoever, and yeah, he had to deal with all of that malarkey. So yeah, it just shows how Jesse's out of it now and you're deep in it. And if you ask me, when he's like, you know, asking Walt about the 9 names and all of that, and Walt's like, you don't get no vote in all of this, he should be pretty much grateful to be out of it. Lydia and Walt meet up and they talk about the 9 names. She realises that once she gives up those names, he's basically going to get rid of her because she's going to have served their purpose. So it's not apparent, but yeah, she knows what he's like-minded people. So then she negotiates exportation to Czech Republic, doing drugs abroad and tripling, quadrupling or whatever his money, and making how much money, more money does he need. But she basically negotiates her life, and that's like he wasn't going to kill her anyway. But then when she goes away, you see that he did have the rice in. He's probably going to slip it into her drink. Or basically they're discussing how the murders are going to take place within the prison. Should it be a riot? Should it be a shanking? Should it be whatever it's going to be? And you know, Walt does his old Walt thing and he's like, you know, it can be done, it's just whether you're the man for the job, and his ego thing comes out again. But the guys say, yeah, fine, they're going to do the job, and then they break into the scene and it just counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 10 executions, including the solicitor, the lawyer, and everybody. So everybody dies, and Hank finds out. Hank, obviously, case is turned to shit, he's heartbroken, comes in from work, Walt's there, they sort of commiserate and celebrate in one scene without, you know, really Walt expressing the obvious. He's got really no remorse, no sadness for Hank at that point, can't even sympathise with him or empathise at all. It cuts away from that scene and he goes around to visit Jesse, and I'm really nervous now because he's a dick and you never know what he's capable of. So, yeah, he goes to see Jesse and he speaks with Jesse and they're reminiscing, and Jesse reiterates that I ain't going back, I ain't cooking no more, and he's like, yeah, I know. And they talk about the old times with the RV and ups and downs and highs and lows, and Jesse's like, yeah, anyway, you know, time's are ticking, things are cracking, let's go. So he's like, okay, peace. And as he's leaving, he tells him, I've left something for you. So when Jesse goes outside, he sees he's left the money that he was due, finally the 5 million that he was due. Bearing in mind, Walt probably kept Mike's money, whatever was in the car. So hey, let's not even talk about that. And then he goes home and he tells his wife that he's out. No more, he's done, blah blah blah. Cool. He's like, okay, you're out. Are you really out? I'm dubious at this point because it's like an addiction for him. But let's see. So he's with his wife, he's with his brother-in-law, with Marie. They're all in the garden having mundane conversation. The kids are playing around the pool, and it's just like, okay, so this is what life would normally be like for, you know, middle-class suburbia. So Hank gets up to go to the toilet, and I'm like, why are they showing Hank in the toilet? This is when you know something's coming. So I'm like, yeah. So he goes in and he looks over to, and I'm thinking, what's over there? And you're paranoid, thinking, because at this point I want Walt to get caught. I'm not riding with Walt. I don't want him to sail off into the sunset. I don't want him to be able to just walk away with clean hands with all that blood in his hands. It's just unacceptable. So yeah, he's there looking for toilet material. Finally picks up the Walt Whitman book, skims through it, goes back to that front passage, and blam, blam. My second perfect WW from GB. I'm like, Gail Baker, yes bitch. So now I'm like, where are we going to go? We're going straight back to there? Is it like going to pick up where we left off? Is he going to come out, control that energy building in him right now, go back to the table and somehow excuse himself and go investigate this team? Is he going to go out, go punch him straight in the nose when he realises, if he really thinks really hard, okay, so hold on, you was the one that helped him call me and tell me that my wife was injured in a car crash, you was the one that blah blah blah, but I don't know, can he control that emotion and deal with it proper? Who knows? I'm freaking dying to find out, so let's get in. So this is how it started with him. He's got hair again, he's in this outfit, just bought all that hardware. And in the cafe, he did the bacon thing. It's his birthday, 52, so that means a whole new year has passed. So hold on. This started at 51 when he had the small bacon with the little one, and she took the one from the son's plate. And so the timeline is really speeding up here. Like, the first 4 series was like 1 year, and now we're seeing like the 2nd year already. But okay, this is after whatever goes down now, when Hank finds out, goes down, but he somehow gets away to live to his 52nd birthday, and now he's on the run, in hiding. What remains of your marriage? Everything. Okay. Everybody knows. Maybe dirty now. Mamacita, please go back. Yes, yes, yes. You didn't use like the communal one, you used his ensuite. Okay, because I'm thinking, why would you have that in the normal toilet? Don't show your hand yet, Hank, unless you're just gonna run him out of Dodge. Now, put on your face, your mask, go out. He's got his on, you just gotta wear yours too.
No, I'm good. I think we need to shut off.
Head on out. Let's go through what we got. Come on now. Find us something.
This goes to Kaylee Ermintrout, and that goes to Mr. and Mrs. Albert Sharp. 315 East Pueblo Road, up in the White Horse. It's $2.5 million each.
Who?
Drew Sharp's parents.
Drew Sharp, that's the kid on TV, the missing. But why would you scratch that? I don't know, and I don't want to know. So this is Mike's money.
It's mine.
It's your money, okay? And you're giving it to Kaylee Ermintrout.
That's what Mike wanted.
So you and Mike, you've been in touch? Yeah, there's a problem. 5 million of them here in my office.
No, no, don't. Just hold on to it.
All right, look. You want to talk me through this?
It's like you said, it's a lot of money. Ice. Okay.
Talk
yes, all
of
right.
too much.
I said
Shut your
that.
lips sometimes.
I've been out for about a month. But there's nothing left for us to do except to try to live ordinary, decent lives. I'm Kaylee Ermentrout. Should have someone looking after it. Mike was perfectly capable of looking after his own granddaughter.
You doing what you did, offing Mike's guys. If he was out there, you'd have to look over your shoulder the rest of your life, and that's not how you do things. So I think he's dead, and I think you know that.
Because you're a psychopath.
I don't. The last time that I saw him, he had his bag, the one that I brought him. And he got into his car and he drove away. And for all I know, he is alive and well. If he does come back and he doesn't understand why I had to do what I did, well, then that's on me. I need you to believe this.
So why? Why do you need to be believed? Like a narcissist. I don't believe a thing.
Absolutely.
Now you feel sick. It's not very what?
Have you seen Leaves of Grass? My book? Walt Whitman, dark green hardcover.
I didn't even know he had that.
Old tricks die hard, my friend.
Mister, can you help me out? Pass some change.
Here. Take it. Go ahead. Just take it.
Too pure for this life now,
wants to tell
baby.
Steve on this? Says he's worried about
As soon as that bag landed,
Yeah, tell him I
he
already
just,
got 2 grandmas.
like, recoiled back
What's
into
up,
his
everybody?
old
More
self.
work and less work.
Looks like you have the work coming to you. Perks of being the boss, huh?
Awkward.
How's that?
I know you
Good.
know, but you don't know I know you
Really
know.
good. You're gonna laugh, but I have to ask you about this. You wouldn't know anything about this, would you?
I'm gonna
Gotta
touch
say,
you
I
up
don't
in
like
there.
the way you're looking at me right now.
Rock him up, Hank. No one can see. Bam! Of course I will. Wait.
It was you. All along, it was you! You son of a bitch. You drove into traffic to keep me from that laundry. Calm down. That call I got, tell me Marie was in the hospital. That wasn't pigment. You killed 10 witnesses to save your sorry ass. You bombed a nursing home. Heisenberg.
My cancer is back.
You are the cancer.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Even if somehow you were able to convince anyone I was capable of doing these things, you and I both know I would never see the inside of a jail cell. I'm a dying man who runs a car wash. My right hand to God. That is all that I am.
Skylar really gets here. The whole time.
That is not going to happen. If you don't know who I am, then maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
It's a threat. Another one. I knew we couldn't hold it too long because they're just so cocky, so arrogant. Gonna come in and ask me about a GPS when you know full well what is going on in all aspects. So yeah, hold this, take this with you, blam. I'm glad he got that off him, but obviously something happens because it looks like he loses his life, his house, everything's gonna turn to shit. So I'm just wondering how long it takes before before Hank doesn't allow this manipulation to slow down his course of action. Do what you're gonna do. Okay, so right, I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to do another episode shortly. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the show, please like, comment, subscribe. Any tips, hints, and I'll be back shortly. I'll see you on the other side. Peace and love.